Now, following multiple changing reports around the world, the Israeli Ministry of Health now requires every single person in Israel to wear a face mask when out in public. But how effective are these masks going to be? Will they really protect us? And if so, why aren't we told to wear them to begin with? Well, joining us with some insight is Professor Jonathan Gershoni from the Department of Immunology and Virology in Tel Aviv University. Now, why is it important to wear a face mask? Should all people be required to wear them?
Well, actually, we have to separate the population into two groups. Those that are infected and those that don't want to get infected, that they're healthy. A face mask is very effective in preventing the passing on of the virus. So certainly all those individuals that are infected should be wearing a face mask. And this is very important.
Now, there are a variety of different types of face masks. There's the KN95 medical masks, simple fabric, home masks, disposable paper masks. What is the best mask to use? And is wrapping your face with a material like a scarf effective?
So once again, we have to try to understand what is the purpose of the mask. If it's in order to prevent the passing on of the virus, that is to say, people who are infected wear the mask, it is sufficient to wear a surgical paper mask, cloth, any one of those, because the virus is spread through micro droplets. And if these masks will ultimately be able to prevent the spread of whatever, coughing, sneezing, and so on and so forth. The other masks, such as the N95, which is very often now being mentioned, is a much more effective mask, and it should be worn by physicians and health caretakers that are being exposed more readily to the secretions and the infectious materials from infected people.
Now, I understand that some of these masks are only effective for a short amount of time. How often do we need to be replacing them?
Well, most of the masks, especially the ones like surgical masks, should be replaced certainly every time you use them, and for durations no longer than a few hours. However, the other masks, the more professional masks, can be used for longer periods of time. However, they too need to be replaced periodically.
But can improper use of a mask be dangerous for your health?
Well, we've seen various YouTubes put out, let's say by the CDC and WHO, illustrating how to put on a mask and how to take it off. You should regard the outer surface of the mask as potentially being contaminated.
Right.
And therefore, you should make sure not to touch it, and if so, wash your hands with soap and water.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us with really this informative information. So many people are confused about whether or not they should be using masks in the first place. So thank you again.
Very good.